Good morning, party people. Listen to that big old dog whining and crying over there. Biggest dog, man, Cane Corsico, something like that. Why don't they do something? Give that dog some love. Anyway, I am still in Cincinnati. I have sent my contact in the Baltimore area a couple of messages, twice, 2 different days. Haven't heard back from them yet. I hate to go out there and they're not ready for me to finish putting that car back together. However, if they do not contact me today, I'll probably head out there anyway and take care of a couple other things for a couple other people. So that's where I'm at on that. My coolant specialist seen my little mention about the coolant that I picked up from Advanced Auto. He said that is not good for my Volvo. So yesterday I went and picked up some Volvo coolant. Back on track. Man, I got to figure out a way to offset that $12. So I guess I'm going to start picking up some nickel and dimes while I do my walk till I get my money back from that coolant. Then I might have put some of that stuff in Andrew's car as well. So I picked up 2 gallons of Volvo coolant. Go get some distilled water today. Get that stuff out of Panther. I got to do coolant hoses on that white 850 anyway, so we'll dump that stuff out of there. Whew. Man, I just thought that was probably the G48. Didn't have no G rating on it. So anyway, maybe good, may not. I'm just going to play it safe, put the Volvo stuff in there. Other than that, I got a couple things to do today. That strap I put on Panther's rear shock is still holding up. As you can see in this video, I replaced the radiator on Panther, got that leak done. I'm just going to take it one day at a time. Try to get to these manual swaps coming up here real soon. Need to get these people set up, get their parts ordered. I get messages from time to time with people, wanting to sell their cars. You know, they're moving on from these older P80 850s because they can afford to. I got a guy that is in Chicago area. Just got his message today about wanting to sell his turbo 850 T5 95 model. Looks like a pretty decent car, but he believes it needs a head gasket. So here's a picture of that. So I appreciate you guys reaching out. Man, if it's not a donor car, and I'm probably going to pass on paying too much money for some of these old cars when I got to take and put, $3,000 to $5,000 into them. So it's just where I'm at. Thanks for the offer. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off today. Look, we are not in the desert, folks. Woohoo! And this is day 3 of Panther not having a low coolant light. I just don't understand. Had one almost every day in Chicago. Hadn't had one since I left Chicago. Topped it off before I left. No low coolant light since. That's been, gosh, 250 miles or so. Anyway, I'm about to get something for breakfast. Go replace the radiator in this car because I don't have to and I don't want to drive all the way to Cincinnati worrying about a radiator exploding on me. So let me get this cracking. Here we go, folks. Panther in Handy Dan's garage. It looked like I lost a little more coolant maybe today.
Oh yeah.
But I filled that up 220 miles ago, or at least 200 miles ago, and it only lost that much. And I don't know why, but in Chicago, that bottle was emptying out every day. So it's cooling off. I'm going to go ahead and pull some things off. And then we're going to drop the coolant, replace the radiator, because I got 2 brand new radiators. Might as well put one in so I ain't got to worry about the radiator exploding when I drive down the road. Say hi to everybody, Dan.
Good morning, party people.
That looks like where my coolant leak is, right there. Up in this upper corner.
Up here in this, where the plastic and the metal are crimped. Typical spot.
Sheesh. So I need to drain it. And of course my cast nuts are long gone. So Dan will probably help me by holding these nuts up here.
Oh yeah.
While I get the bolts down the bottom.
33.
Here we are, folks. About 33 minutes. The radiator's out. Get ready to take this sandwich apart and put the new one in. Look at that. That needs to be backwashed. This intercooler, all that crud, clogging that up. That's the side that used to have leaking oil cooler lines. And I'm going to replace that soon, so I'm probably not going to do it. But it is clogged up pretty good. This will affect your performance, especially on a high performance application like the Panther is, boy. Let me take that 10 out, crack open this new box. I got this from Swedish Car Parts, Swedish carpets, and we're gonna get that installed. So look at all this gunk that build up in there. Either intercooler, hose, blow by, but it could as well been those oil cooler line leaking before I replaced that. But that is a lot of stuff that should be backwashed out of there. So we're going to take this and get this backwashed down at the car wash, because we don't want all that crud nowhere near here. And back up, Dan. And this is the radiator. Look how plugged up that is. It's just gotta be restricting the ability to cool your engine down. Look how much of that is clogged up into the lights. Can you see through the lights there? So this needs to be backwashed. Wouldn't be a bad idea to do this every once in a while. This is a Nissan's radiator. It's probably been installed about 100,000 miles maybe. I'll double check those mileage on there if I can find the video when I replaced it, but this one's done. Out with the old, in with the new. But we won't need to backwash this, because this one's in the trash. This again? No, you don't have to. This high pressure hit it. Start off with the engine and tire cleaner. Move over to the high pressure soap. Move over to the high pressure rinse. Takes about 2-3 minutes. Get this stuff clean enough where you can see through it everywhere. So you can get good airflow. Because I no longer have oil cooler lines, I got the non-oil cooler line version of this radiator. Another thing that's nice is it has the Volvo style petcock in it. So I do not see any hardware in it, so I kept all the hardware from my other one. I'm gonna slide all that stuff on there, put this sandwich together, and keep this train rolling. Some information there if you want to read it. But these were used a lot. We'll see how long it's going to last. I'm going to write the mileage on it in a couple of places. Warning, do not mix different brands of coolant. Alkaline coolant is not recommended. Use what Volvo uses, people. It is 11:58. I got to go get Diane. It is in. I just got to pour the coolant in here and get out of here. Change the radiator, go for a short drive, and I have a low coolant light. Gotta go top that off real quick. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.